Thanks to the EA Creator Network, this is an early access for the Businesses and Hobbies Expansion Pack. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very exciting because we obviously have early access for the Businesses and Hobbies Expansion Pack for The Sims 4. I'm obviously really excited about this. It's so fun being able to have early access so that I can kind of share the content for you guys and get you really hyped for the pack that's coming out. It's a great look at some of the build items for this video because obviously we're doing a speed build. Me doing a speed build, what? If you're looking for like a gameplay overview, this video was probably not that. I'll probably talk a little bit about gameplay aspects that I'm aware of, but I have not myself tried any sort of gameplay yet. But I have explored all of the build items, and let me just say I am loving them, and I can see myself using the I don't know, like the tables, like a lot of the build items. I can see myself using them all the time because I feel like they fit really nicely with other packs as well. But before we get into the ramble of that, I want to talk a little bit about what this build is. So usually when a pack comes out, I'm more inclined to want to do a build that's like base game and insert new pack here only build. And that is what this is. However, if you notice by the title of the video, it is a laundromat. And you're like, whoa, wait, Laundry Day is a stuff pack. So this is Businesses and Hobbies, Laundry Day, and base game only build. So I stuck with it, but added a little addition. Partly why I wanted to do that for my first build with this pack was because the blog post that The Sims posted after doing their reveal trailer and all that was talking a lot about cross-pack compatibility, because I think what they want us to do with this pack is to be able to take it and I guess what's the word? Use other packs to create. I just feel like this pack brings so much life, is essentially what I'm trying to say. Because you can take Laundry Day, which was just meant for your Sims at home to be able to do their laundry, and it can be kind of annoying, but it's still a thing you can do. But taking Laundry Day and turning it into a business, now you have a laundromat, and it can be functional. You can charge your Sims with their little kiosk item. You can charge them by visit. I don't know, like I said, I haven't done gameplay yet. I don't know how it would work if you would be able to charge them by use. I'd probably not, because usually it would be charged by item purchased. I'll have to look more into that. I do really want to do some gameplay with this pack, but I'm not too sure how it would function that way. But you can 100% at least charge people on entry into the laundromat, and you can just charge a flat fee of however many simoleons to use the laundromat, and then it's free for all in there. Honestly, that wouldn't be half bad of a way to do it anyways. So it just, I don't know, it just makes other packs have a whole new functionality to them. And this is just one example. Obviously my build here is a laundromat, but there are so many other things that you can monetize in this game now that maybe you wouldn't have had monetized before. One example is with Nifty Knitting. I feel like we kind of had a little bit of that Plopsy era with you being able to sell your stuff, but I feel like this is the next level up. Maybe your Plopsy business has okay, Plopsy didn't come with Nifty Knitting, did it? I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. See, my brain's getting so jumbled up with all this information at this point, but regardless, Plopsy, that's what I'm talking about. It allows you to sell the things that you make. And it's just a little bit nicer than hitting in your inventory sell, and it just brings a little more life to it. But maybe the Plopsy business has been, it's been doing well. It's been doing really well. And you need to level up and get your own little storefront, but you don't want to have a whole business off your lot. You just want to like build next to it, and you can add an addition to sell your stuff. Or maybe you live in an apartment and the unit below you, which is like a commercial unit, and it's for lease, and you're like, oh yeah, let me use that. These are just ways that you can like do it in the story, I'm trying to say. And then you can sell like your cute little knitted items in the shop. And so that's another example. Long-winded example, I would say. But I don't know. I'm just really excited. There's plenty of other things that I have in mind that I want to build still with this pack and with like in combination with other packs. So I would say that like, I mean, you can definitely play this pack on its own, but I think it adds a whole lot of life to the rest of the game that we already have. And then just a little bit more about this build, and what I had kind of in mind for it. As you can see, I'm making it a little bit bigger. Oh, look, guys, it's the multi-purpose stuff. Oh, it's so cool. I like the amount of times I've built cafes. Here's another example. A cafe with like an apartment above it, and you just have to pretend. I actually have a build like in progress right now where it's like a townhouse. I don't think it would really work this way, because it's a townhouse that's like multi-unit, but regardless, one of the townhouses has like two apartments above it, and oh sorry, above a cafe, and even that I was like, oh, it's perfect. But I think it would only function for one unit, not multi-units, but whatever. My point still stands. It's exciting. I did expand the build a little bit just because I wanted to be able to fit like an employee only area with a little computer so that they could plan out, I don't know, maybe they have to purchase more detergent, or maybe they have other employees and that's where they plan the employee stuff. It's a really crappy break room. It's really small. It's not great. There is a mini fridge in there though. So there's that. I will say that I know like that this build is a limited pack build, but because like that mini fridge I used, it's one from an event, and I'm like, am I allowed to use those in limited items? Because it's technically base game, but like, you know what I mean? Not everyone will have it. I hate those events so much. They're so frustrating. Because it's like you miss out, then you miss out. It's so sad. Anyways, this is my build. Another item I used from an event, the vending machine, but I just figured that like this laundromat, like the perfect item would be like as you're waiting in those little seats on the side of the room, you could like use the vending machine. Also, I don't know if you saw on the wall above like where the chairs are, the like raccoon gallery wall item. It's so cute. Look at it. Oh, there it is. It's so cute. And this plant, oh my god, this plant is so good. Like, I'm literally going to use it all the time. I love it. The wall plant, too, so good. You can see I use some laundry day here as well. And then the, like, little open sign only has options that are closed. So I assume if your business is actually open, that the sign changes. That's what I'm assuming, but there was no swatch showing open, so that's kind of what I'm assuming. It was literally called like an open sign or something in the buy menu, so I was like, I'm a little confused, but that's probably what it means. And then as you can see, I went for a very like pink and brown theme for the laundromat. I just thought it would be so cute, and the like swatch of that chair with the like floral pattern on it is so cute. I literally used it in this entire build. Like once we get into the house portion as well, like it's literally throughout that whole thing too. It's like my new favorite swatch of anything in the game right now. I love it. It's so cute. I love the floral. It's green and pink and it has like a blue. Like it's like literally my favorite colors. I love it. But I stuck with like a pink theme. So I think on the gallery, it's like, I think I called it the pink laundromat. And it's really pink and brown, but I just thought those colors were just like kind of fun together for a laundromat. And so I think all of like the washers are the brown ones and the dryers are the pink ones, or the other way around. I'm not really sure. But here's our little bathroom too. Perfect. But this is a really good overview of some of the build items. Like that sink is new and I really like it. It is really modern and sleek, but it looks really good. It really does. I use it a few other times in the like house part of the build. And that mirror. Oh my god, the like arched mirror might be my favorite thing in the game right now, honestly. Like I'm obsessed with it. And another thing, actually, the little sign there that I have the little detergent bottle on, and as well on the outside, the sign there. That was good timing for it to be in frame. There are a bunch of different like swatches to that little icon, and you can just take the little light up sign. There's one to put it on the wall like that, like flat, or the one to hang it off the side, like outside of a business. And there's a whole bunch of different swatches to them for like any type of business, and they match the same kind of swatches that you would find when you make your small business like in game. So there's like a little coffee cup, there's the detergent, there's like a little pottery thing, like all the ones that are available when you make your small business is available to do for that as well. It's all the same ones. And there's like a black swatch, the white swatch, and then there's like that multicolor swatch, which I used on the inside. So that was the whole of the laundromat area of the house. I am obsessed with it. I think it looked so cute, and if you want to download this build from the gallery, I think that would be really fun to like run the laundromat and then have your house next to it. Now, for this build, I did end up going for kind of a more modern interior. I wasn't originally going to, but then the build items that came with the pack really lended itself for a modern look. Just because it's that's just the build items we got. Like, so I ended up doing a very pretty modern interior, very IKEA, I guess. But I also used the new kitchen set that we got in base game. I figured like, so we didn't get a new like kitchen set with this pack, but we did just get a brand new one with base game. I don't know if their intention was to make it so that it kind of fit the vibes of the items that we get with this expansion pack. I would say it fits decently well, so I used it. I don't know if that was really what they were intending, but I used it in this kitchen and I loved it. So I will warn you, typical me, the color scheme of this house is green and pink. Are we surprised? I did try to lean more on the pink side for the most part throughout this build, but the colors look so good together. Like, what am I to do? What am I to do? Now, the kitchen doesn't have like a great example of all the new items. I used the stools, so again, with that same swatch. There are some other really good swatches with it. I just obviously really latched onto that one with the floral pattern on it. Clearly the sim who decorated this house, they had like a 10 for 5 deal on the chairs, or maybe they just got a huge roll of the fabric and reupholstered it themselves. Either way, they have a lot of that same fabric. Here's another example, actually, the coffee mug. That's one of the little symbols that you can use for the sign. That's why it's kind of like lit up a bit, because it's supposed to be for like a store sign, but I wanted to use it for my little coffee nook. I do move the coffee nook a little bit later in the video because I made the kitchen just a little bit too big and I kind of forgot to leave space for a dining room. So after we do the living room, I do shrink the kitchen a little bit. I just like make it a little squishier U shape and get rid of the one counter right next to the stove. Squish it all in together so that I can fit a dining table basically where that coffee nook is. But I would say, like, out of all the packs that I have and that I've tried doing like a base game only, and like basically this apartment is base game and businesses and hobbies only. I very infrequently used any laundry day items because again, it's only those packs in this entire build. But for this, like, this is basically just base game and business and hobbies. I didn't really need laundry day for this part. The laundry day was like for the laundromat, obviously. And I would say it was like not that hard. Normally, when you limit yourself to just one pack, I find it difficult. Part of it, I think, is that they've been updating base game a lot more recently, and so the items that we have in base game are much better than they used to be. The little side table here in the living room, for example, that is a base game round table, but that wasn't always there. I don't know exactly when it came into the mix, but it wasn't always there, I swear. And I think it matched pretty well with the rest of the build items that we got for this pack. Like, for example, like the coffee table, I think really matches that little round table really well. And I used just like the plain couch, and I feel like it very much was like fitting for the style of items that they would have had in this pack if they didn't already have it in base game. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like the couches, right? Like, I'm not obsessed with the couches that we got with this pack. I used the one here in the living room that was a little bit more comfy looking, but if you remember to the entrance of this house that I did, there was one couch there and it had like a cute little blanket on it. There's even swatches that have them without the blankets hanging off of it, but it just looks so uncomfortable. They're really cute. Like, don't get me wrong, I think they're adorable. But in terms of like trying to make a house look comfy, they don't fit that, which I mean is okay. We got this cool little like bar wall item, but then I took like, it's supposed to be like a pottery work table thing, but I put those together and made my own little like dining hutch, and I think it looks really good as a dining hutch, like them together. And then don't know if that's functional. I shoved in a little bar item there too, because I never put bars in my builds because I just find them so clunky and big. Thank God we have the one tile ones now, but even those ones I find too big. Another item I'm obsessed with this pack is the bookshelves. I honestly can see myself using that all the time. They're very basic, and the coloring of them are also really nice, and I also really appreciate that they're very full of books. Like, there's not a lot of space to put items on them, which normally you would think you would want to be able to put a lot of like items to decorate, make it your own, but with bookshelves and like the slots on them in this game, they're just so irritating that it's honestly just easier to have one that is fully filled in already. That's kind of like my issue with what pack is it? Snowy Escape. I love Snowy Escape. It's one of my favorite build packs. But the kitchen with the open shelves, like, yes, it's fun to be able to decorate yourself, but it's so irritating. So irritating because of the way things slot on it. Like, I just end up having to alt place everything, and it just takes so long. Maybe I'm just lazy. I think that's the real issue. Anyways, but like overall, I would say I had a lot of fun building with this pack, and I didn't find it difficult. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I really was like, wish I could access this item, but I don't want to use too many packs, you know? Like, I didn't really say that. There was a few times where I'm like, oh, this item would be really good here, and but I didn't use it. There was like a few times, but normally when I do like such a limited pack build, I'm saying that all the time, and it just becomes like, why am I doing this? But for this build, like, I would say like it was so limited that I thought that honestly maybe it's okay to have this. Like, if you only had one pack, like, I don't think I would choose this one as my first pack, but it wouldn't be the worst one. I don't know if that's the same opinion for everyone else, but I would say if you're looking for a pack to buy, obviously choose one that has something functional. Like, if you want pottery, get pottery. But there's other packs that have other things. Like, if you want skiing, get Snowy Escape. Depends on what you're looking for in your game. But in terms of like decorative items and building, this one has like a pretty good like grouping of items that works, that adds like something extra that base game doesn't have, like the little modern touches. And I do think that a lot of our recent packs, like the build items, will go really well with like the chairs. Like, I feel like you can intermix them pretty well. So, like I said before, I did make a little pottery studio. And so my idea is like one sim runs laundromat, the other sim runs like a little pottery business. You can't really have like both the businesses as far as I'm aware, but I mean, this sim can use Plopsy. They can always purchase a business though. Like each sim, I think, ooh, I wish I knew this. I think each sim can own their own business, but I think only one can be on the lot that they live on. I think. I feel like, because I think technically when you own a business, it's whatever sim you set it up for owns that business, and then you can hire the rest of your family to work at that business. So if we wanted to only be a laundromat business family, then you could hire everyone else in the family to also work there. But I think like how it works, like if I want both sims to have a business, I could easily make like a second business off this lot, because it doesn't have to be a residential. You can just make a small business lot, to be clear. I just love the idea of the multi-purpose lots so much. So much. Um, but like you could do that, I guess, like kind of build off on another lot to have a secondary business. Also, I just wanted to say that this house is probably one of my better houses in terms of skill building items. Like I put a treadmill in here. Like your Sims can do fitness in this house. We have the pottery room, and I can't think of anything else. I mean, obviously we have like bookshelves to read like books about any skill that you want. There's a piano. I think I put a guitar in too. Yes, there's a guitar. Obviously, there's like cooking. Also, side note, build items again. There's a really cute cookbook item. I don't know if you saw me like quickly flip down to go to the kitchen. I don't know why I didn't find it when I was decorating the kitchen. I just didn't see it. But I later found it and I was like, oh my God. Like it's a cookbook item and it looks so cute because we also just got one more recently in another pack, but this one I thought was so cute. It was like something called like grandma's cookbook or something like that. It just looked really cute. It had little sticky notes sticking out of it. So amazing kitchen decorative item there, I will say. Some other build items that I'm loving with this pack, we have another single tile desk. This one is super clean, sleek, plain, easy to use in like most style builds. Love it. We have a new laptop. We have a lot of laptops, but I mean, what's one more? I guess. We have another like giant plushie that your child sims can interact with, and it's the raccoon. I love it, and it's so good. I get a little trash panda in there. Beautiful. I'm loving the I used it quite a few times already in this build, so you probably already saw it, but the like the hanger clothes hanging thing, we have new hanging clothes to put on. Like we got that with a Dream Home Decorator, I believe. But we have another little thing to hook clothes on. It was funny because when I first saw them, I just saw the clothing hangers and I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to hang it on though? And then I finally found the item that you can hang them on. But I was like, I don't know where it is. I'm lost. But yeah, top items for me. I love the mirror. Will use that all the time. I love the coffee table and the table and the like dining chairs. This tub is good. I just feel like it's a little short, which is kind of random. It's probably not, but in my mind it is. But that mirror is so good. And I like the you can slot the little soap dispenser right onto that thing. It's great. So anyways, this was like kind of a quick overview at some of the build items that you can use in the pack. It's also just like me making a laundromat for fun. And I really am enjoying this pack so far, and I'm so excited to be able to use these items and the concept of this to build so many more really cool builds. So if you want to see more of that, subscribe to my channel. Here's some screenshots of the build all finished. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button and subscribe, and thank you EA Creator Network again for the early access. I really heckin' appreciate it. Okay, bye everyone.